Praise be Jesus and Mary. We follow this passage carefully. We note John starts out by saying 6 days before the Passover. This event would have occurred just before his entry into Jerusalem. And it is from here that he made the approach to Jerusalem. And it is here that Judas begins the betrayal. Where he comes now, where he determines he's going to the Pharisees to betray Jesus. And the evangelist is careful to note, it's because he's the thief, carries the money back. He is the econom, as it were, for the apostles. And he steals from the money bag. So he has no real care for the poor that our Lord mentions here. And this is where we come down to our reflection. As our Lord's, well, because our Judas first says, well, why isn't this given to the poor? Why shouldn't we reach out to the poor? Here she takes this expensive nard and anoints the feet of our Lord. Why shouldn't this be sold to the poor? Which would garner a very large sum, nearly 1 year's worth of wages, and give that to the poor. And the evangelist points out, not because Judas had any concern for the poor, but because he wanted the money. Not that we shouldn't reach out to the poor, but our Lord is making a point here in his response. The poor you have with you always, but me you not have always. It's not saying that we shouldn't reach out to the poor. Reach out to the peripheries, as our Holy Father likes to put it. Not saying that we shouldn't do that, but there's someone that comes first before we even do that. If we don't have him, what's the rest of it? And that is Jesus himself. He wants us to reach out to him first. He is the one that will save all of us, including the poor, all of us. Do we have him within our hearts, within our souls? Do we think of him? Right now, are we reflecting on that great sacrifice that he has made of himself to all of us? The sacrifice of his very life. The shedding of every drop of his blood for our salvation. And he remains with us day and night in the Blessed Sacrament. He is here with us. Do we recollect? Do we remember that and come to him? And seek the grace and the peace that we need from him? Do we have him? Do we put him first? Or do we go on about thinking only of ourselves, as Judas did? You see, that's what our Lord is pointing out to us now. Put him first. Let's give ourselves back to him first. And then, out of that love for him, indeed reach out to the poor as well. Let us start with our Lord and come to him and seek him and the saving grace from him through his most blessed mother to be able to reach out to him, to unite ourselves with him, and through him to reach out to the poor. Praise be Jesus and Mary.